like to show you lots of different ways that you can finish off your chocolate truffles, either using the Callebaut pre-bought truffle shells or when you've hand-piped them yourself. First of all, I'm going to pipe in some pre-made truffle shells. I've got a nice crunchy filling here that I'm going to place in first of all, and then I'm going to pipe on the back with my chocolate ganache. Once you've filled all of the truffle shells, leave them to set for a couple of hours so that the ganache can settle and it will shrink slightly, and then we're going to cap the tops. Next, I'm going to show you how to cap the truffles. There are three different ways we can use. One, we can use the back of the truffle tray to help cap, or we can just pipe with a piping bag, or you could use these lollipop sticks. Now the truffles have set, I'm going to take them out of the tray and I'm going to show you how to hand roll them. Whilst the truffles are still wet, you can sprinkle some cocoa nibs or some shiny chocolate cullets on top. Another finish for your truffles is to brush your truffles with the created powder, a lovely golden finish. Another easy finish you can do is spinning the chocolate. I've got some tempered white chocolate in this bag and I'm just going to spin it across the top of the truffles. Make sure when you're spinning with the chocolate you actually go further than the chocolate truffle so that you don't get any of these turnaround bits on the truffle itself. To finish your chocolate lollipops, I'm going to dip them into chocolate and then I'm going to place some onto transfer sheets and some into chocolate splitters. For the transfer sheets, I've just cut little squares of the transfer sheet and I've placed them the rough side up onto a board. Once the chocolate is fully crystallised, pull off the transfer sheet and it leaves you with a lovely pattern. Leave the lollipops to set actually sat on the splitters, and then once they're set you can pull them off and you get a lovely shiny effect on the top of your lollies. One of the trends at the moment is for these lovely swirled lollipops. I've got some dark chocolate and some white chocolate and I'm going to pipe a crisscross of the dark chocolate on top of the white chocolate, and then I'm going to dip in my lollipop and twirl. So we'll need somewhere that we can place them so that while the lollies are setting we'll get that lovely point that you see on top. Once you've dipped some lollipops, you'll find that there's no more zigzag left on top, so what you can do now is go again with the chocolate and use the chocolate again. If you don't have the brought-in truffle shells, you can pipe your own chocolate truffles. So here I've got a little crunchy base that I've cut out and I'm going to pipe on my chocolate ganache, and I've made a butter fondant ganache for this one. I'm going to hand dip them now. I'm using a dipping fork, but one thing you must do is make sure your dipping fork's a little bit warm so that your truffles don't stick to it. Then I'm going to take the truffle, I'm going to place it upside down into the chocolate and just push it in. Then I'm going to use my fork to flip it over. And then I'm going to dip up and down on top of the chocolate to get rid of any of the excess chocolate on my truffle. Then come over to the edge, and if there's any left, just wipe it off on the side. Take it over to your tray and then place it down. If you want to, once you've dipped your truffles, you can sprinkle some little pieces on top. I hope this has inspired you to finish your truffles in lots of creative ways.